And that's another reason why Okinawans live so long. They keep incredibly active. The fields around Ogumi are full of 90-year-olds harvesting their dinners. There's no word for retirement in the local dialect.
Most of these centenarians, these people that have lived these very long lives, have not led stress-free lives. They've experienced the horrors of war. All of them were poor and had to work very hard throughout their lives. But they've developed this kind of psychological resilience. So we think that this is one factor that has helped them throughout their lives.
The other key ingredient is a traditional diet. The doctors took me to a local restaurant where they served up a recipe for long life.
Mark, why don't you try some of this? This is called mimiga.
Mimiga.
Right.
A bit suspicious of this, because I do know what the Japanese word mimi means. Right.
Mimi means ear, and my suspicions were quickly confirmed. Very low in fat, but high in calcium, it apparently helps heal wounds.
Tastes very nice, actually. It's chewy.
Well, actually, they say in Okinawa, the pig can be eaten from head to tail. Everything but the voice.
Does this apply to all ears then, or just pig ears?
Sticky question.
Okinawans tend to eat lean meat, fish, tofu and vegetables, low in calories, high in carbohydrates. Their intake is the opposite of the low-carb, high-fat Atkins diet proving so popular in the West.
Well, it's what we think of as a passport towards a heart attack.
In the kitchen, the chef is preparing goya, a bitter, knobbly melon that some think is the reason people live so long. The doctors believe dark-coloured vegetables are much better for you than light ones. Sweet potato, an Okinawan staple, is far more nutritious than a garden variety potato.
One sweet potato, one medium-sized big sweet potato contains over 20,000 international units of beta-carotene vitamin A. That's 4 times your daily minimum requirements. Also half your daily needs of vitamin C. They're loaded with fiber.
One sweet potato?
One sweet potato. You can imagine if people were eating this as their staple.
In many ways, Okinawa is a paradise, but it's also a paradise that's being lost. The islands have been transformed. Stress levels are rising, lifestyles are changing, and the secrets that have sustained the remarkable longevity are being forgotten. On one of Okinawa's massive American bases, a fighter pilot is preparing to patrol the skies. 1/4 of the local population was killed during World War II when the United States invaded. Today, the occupation continues. US bases cover 20% of the island's land and cast a long shadow over the rest. Many older Okinawans are appalled, but many of the young are enthralled by the foreign culture. Young people are flocking from the countrysides to the cities, where they're seduced by the American influence. On the streets of the capital, baseball caps and US military dog tags are the unofficial uniform. Shops do a roaring trade dishing out American culture and cuisine. Hot dogs, hamburgers and fries are cool. Goya and pig's ears boring leftovers from another time.
Goya は苦いです。ゴーヤ苦いんであんまりまあハンバーガーが美味しいですね。
Western life, with its medical advances and miracle cures, is meant to extend life, but in Okinawa, it's shortening it, a development with implications for people everywhere. Obesity rates are booming, and lung cancer is growing faster here than anywhere else in Japan. These young people will not live nearly as long as their grandparents. Average life expectancy is already starting to slide.
And what we've seen in Okinawa over the past 30 years or so is a population that's gone from having some of the leanest people in Japan to having the highest body mass index among the Japanese.
The Okinawan elders have changed little, but the world around them has been transformed. Every country has a generation gap, but here it is becoming a yawning chasm.
若いのが本当に親孝の気持ちがなかったら将来は危ないなと私も思っています。
The land of the immortals is losing its identity, caught between cultures. For these men and women, the irony is as bitter as Goya. Just as some in Western countries are seeking to follow the Okinawan path, the island's young are leaving it.